Today's show is brought to you by Woodward, PA. If you're looking for last-minute summer plans for your kiddos, over 200,000 children have had the summer of a lifetime at Woodward, PA. It's an overnight summer camp for ages 7 to 17 through August 15th. Programs include all kinds of things: skateboarding, mountain biking, scooters, BMX freestyle and race, parkour, roller skating, creative arts. They've got something for everyone. And they're pretty close, located 3 hours from Pittsburgh, about 30 minutes from State College. If you act now, they're offering $300 off a full week of summer camp for any program. All you have to do is enter the code CITYCAST, all one word, at checkout and get your kiddo ready for an unforgettable summer. Go to woodwardpa.com.
Today's episode is supported by AIDS-Free Pittsburgh. There are more than 5,000 people living with HIV in southwestern Pennsylvania, and the Ryan White HIV/AIDS program provides support services to help them get the care they need. That includes assistance with things like healthcare, medications, housing, transportation, food, and treatment for substance use disorders. Visit aidsfreepittsburgh.org to learn more.
This is CityCast Pittsburgh. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. Hal, is non-dairy ice cream still ice cream?
It's technically a non-dairy frozen treat.
You're trying so hard to be nice.
Not. That's the technical definition. I think non-dairy ice cream is absolutely ice cream.
I don't, actually.
Do you not?
No, and I am mostly non-dairy, but
Wow.
I take a lot of lactate for ice cream because the non-dairy stuff is usually an abomination.
That's a different question.
We'll get into it.
That's a different question.
I'm with CityCast Pittsburgh contributor Hal B. Klein, also the dining critic for the Post-Gazette. You have been focused on ice cream for a minute. How long have you been sort of low-key kind of working on an ice cream story?
Pretty much perpetually. And one of the first things I did when I started at the Post-Gazette a little more than 4 years ago was propose an ice cream roundup, because I started at the beginning of summertime and it was hot. And I was like, this is a good reader service piece, and I'd like to eat ice cream to cool off.
The classic way a story gets bored.
Truly.
It's hot and I want to eat. Got it? Okay.
Yeah. And so for the past, every year I've done a roundup, these are 5 great places. Mm-hmm. And over the course of that time, I've done a ton of reporting on it. Each of the previous 4 iterations of it, I've brought in new places. And this year I was like, I'm just going to go with the 5 that I love.
Okay. So this is the selfish edition.
Yeah. This was I want to go here.
Did you care at all about diversity? Because there's non-dairy, there's sorbet, there's frozen custard, there's other things. What counts?
So I went with strictly ice cream and the general bigger ice cream family, which would include gelato, frozen custard, and soft serve. And if there was a great sorbet or a great non-dairy flavor, I would put that in there.
There's no way a non-dairy flavor is going into the top 5. It's just not possible.
There were a few. And also, if this were a restaurant story, Apteca would probably be in the top 3 for their non-dairy ice creams.
Okay.
Just a shout out to them.
All right. Well, I know where I'm going this summer. Okay. So any other parameters? Your favorites?
Yeah. Places I loved. I wanted to get a little bit of geographic diversity.
Okay. Did you manage it? Again, I think this is hilarious when you're talking about these are my favorites, but you're also attempting to be thoughtful about it.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I think it's, that's the service piece, right? It's places I love, but also I want to make sure that I'm providing a broad service to readers, but also these are the places I love.
Is there a neighborhood or community that you say does ice cream better?
There are a bunch in the East End. So
okay, you're biased.
Yeah.
Producer Sophia's over here rooting.
Yeah, but I think that's true. I mean, you've got Leona's, you've got Mercurio's, you've got Millie's that are all in this story. And then you have fan favorites. But fan favorites are everywhere, I think. So it's Twister's is obviously beloved in Bloomfield, but I don't think Twister's is necessarily that much better than a general soft serve place.
They're not the hot cuisine of the best ice cream in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not. No disrespect, though.
Any quadrants, we'll say, north, south, east, west, and we'll include the the greater burbs in those quadrants that you think need some ice cream. They could use a little more representation.
A little bit, I'd say, in the South Hills, but everyone,
Everyone has something.
There's good ice cream everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. It's enough suspense. What is one of your top 5 favorites? It doesn't have to be the number one.
I think the one that people don't know of the most is Piccolo Piazza Gelato.
I've never heard of this.
Because you got to order it online.
Is this like a buy it out of someone's trunk situation?
It's this like brilliant Italian engineer who moved here, lives in the South Hills, started making gelato because his family back at home, owned restaurants and stuff. And so what you do is you go online, you order it, and then you pick it up the next day, either in Mount Lebanon at one of the grocery stores or at Espresso Amano in Dormont. So it's a little tough because, it's not like I want ice cream now, which is a real genuine reason to get ice cream. But it's not like a long wait, it's not like a special order that you have to wait like a week for. You can just say like, oh, I want ice cream tomorrow, which I want ice cream tomorrow is also a valid thing because isn't every day tomorrow. And don't we want ice cream every day? Yeah. But his stuff is incredible.
What is good about it?
He's using really good ingredients. He's making gelato, which is churned at a slower rate than ice cream. Because I know we want to know the difference between all of these different frozen delights.
No, I know. I knew you'd get into the science. I didn't even feel like I needed to ask you about that. Of course, you're bringing that energy.
Yeah, so it's slower churn, so it's thicker and creamier, even though it actually has less butterfat than a typical ice cream and way less butterfat than a frozen custard. It really lets the purity of the flavors shine. And some of his specialty flavors, especially the hazelnut and pistachio, usually when you get those at places, they're used with like either a mix or like pistachio flavoring, especially pistachio. Like we've all had a lot of bad pistachio ice cream.
There's a lot of fake pistachio, fake lavender. Like there's a lot of fake florals and nuts.
Yeah. This is made with like a real Italian pistachio paste. So it doesn't have that like neon pistachio color. It's like a little bit brown green.
Neon pistachio turns me off immediately. So that's good.
It's just like that flavor just reminds me of that exact same flavor, like having gone to Italy. Just beautiful stuff. And it's not like
my eyes at you, bougie Hal over here. It's the same as in Italy.
It just reminds me of the day that the first time I went to Florence and walked the streets and got gelato. And it moved me and it changed me for my life.
I'm basking in golden hour. Yeah.
But like bottom line too is like, even if you haven't been to Italy, it's just so damn delicious.
Yeah.
And it will change it. It will probably ruin you for a lot of pistachio.
Okay.
And hazelnut's the same way. It's just like, it brings out that flavor.
I think that should be our new bar for success, Hal, is what will ruin me.
What will ruin me?
Yeah.
It's better than the Cheesecake Factory minimum, which is like if you can't reproduce what the Cheesecake Factory does, which is like not bad.
Okay.
And
I'm following you.
We're going on a wide-ranging discussion here.
Yeah.
I've been finishing this package up about Station Square and all of the lost potential that is there, generally speaking. However, I had never been to a Texas Day Brazil before.
I've been telling you to go for years.
It is such a fun time.
This is not
so
on
good.
Me. Let the record reflect.
Yeah.
I did tell the dining critic to go to the chain restaurant many moons ago.
Yeah, lesson learned. And something to talk about later, too, is that unlike a lot of these massive chain restaurants, which are owned by someone that owns something, that owns something else, that owns something else, which is sort of like what's killing our country in a lot of ways right now, Texas Day Brazil is still owned by the person that started it. And I think that says something.
I didn't know that, but I did know that it is one of my favorite places to go. I refer to it as meat date. And the hot tip that I told you after the fact, I'm so sorry you didn't know this in advance. You can get gift cards at Costco.
I know. It's amazing.
So you pay $80 and you get $100 worth of gift cards. So then you can do your Texas Day Brazil, your meat date.
Yes.
Or not. Like you can eat off the cold bar and then the good gift card more than covers you plus a beverage. It's so nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Costco and get one of these. My pro tip here is you have to get from most of the stuff on the salad bar, which is like pretty good. But, like it's not necessarily entirely why you're there or primarily why you're there.
Yeah, it's a weird mix. It's a lot of like salad bar, sort of sushi, some cold fish. And then there's like a
soup.
Lobster bisque for some reason, some warm mushrooms. But it's fun. I don't know. It's different.
It's great. And they have these thinly sliced roasted pineapples with like a little bit of cinnamon on them. And those things are like your palate cleanser. So like load up on those And pineapple has like digestive enzymes. And I was like saying this, and then the general manager came over. Service there is also like totally delightful. And he was like, were you talking about the pineapples? And I was like, yes. And he was like, we have a competitive eater who trains here. And all he does is eat the meat and the pineapples.
Whoa. What a delightful way to train for competitive eating. I mean, yeah, it's like one of those steakhouses where like you got a green card if you want more food and a red card where you want less. It's great. Okay, we'll get back to the ice cream when we go back from the break.
Great.
Okay, ice cream. We're going to stay on track this time. What is something else you love in the Pittsburgh region?
I mean, Pages, of course.
Pages made your top 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, you know, like...
you wonder sometimes, like, is it nostalgia or is it genuinely good?
I think it's a mix of both. I think Pages, especially with like the new generation ownership, has really made an effort to make sure that the quality that they're putting out is good. But I also think like there's something very special about the nostalgia of the ice cream. And I don't think anything says summer night in Pittsburgh more on like a nice sort of humid summer night
than getting dripped on under a bridge with your ice cream.
Yeah. There's something about it. You know, like it's the best and most terrible location at the same time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a train rumbling overhead while you're trying to have conversation.
Or next to you because it's right there by the river.
Yeah, it's a Verizon dead zone, I think, which is kind of great. It actually adds to the nostalgia.
Mm-hmm. There's the crunching gravel kind of like in your ears at all times. The parking lot where you're like, I am using my parking skills.
But then you get up there and like, I love the Fruity Pebbles soft serve there.
Okay.
It's got like a cereal milk flavor. It has tart pop from Fruity Pebbles.
Once again, we're getting some nods in the room.
It's not too sweet. There's something about it, you know, and then Antony's in the South Hills is another great place that has a lot of really interesting flavors.
I've never been there, but I feel like I've heard that name. So what makes them special?
They are another place that does they do tons of small batch flavors. So I think some ice cream places, you want to get your favorite, right? And others, you want to see what they got.
I feel like Pages is more of a see what they got situation. What is Antony's?
See, Pages is I'm going there for that Fruity Pebbles soft serve at this point.
Okay, well, that's how you feel about Pages. I feel like a lot of us are there for a seasonal menu.
Yeah, you can get some other, But
I also shout out to Pages cheeseburgers and hot dogs.
Truly.
They're legit.
Yeah. And I think those, it's like those things, sometimes you just want to try those flavors. And I think that's something that really did move me making this because there are two other places on here.
Hold on. Give Antony's a moment. Yeah.
Great.
Give me a flavor that you like, what you like about it, what type of ice cream. Come on, Hal.
So that one had, I would say, the best of all these non-dairy flavors. They have oat milk ice cream that were really, really tasty.
Okay.
Had creaminess, had consistency.
Okay. I was going to ask you about texture. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, they really hit that in a way that it doesn't at a lot of other places. Uh-huh. There might have been cashew milk. I don't know. There was something else in there, I feel like.
Okay. And a flavor you recommend?
I think you just go and, whatever feels good to you.
Okay.
Just go for it.
Are they the kind that rotate their menu a lot?
Yeah.
It's always something creative. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Who else?
Cookie ice cream.
That's a real place? It's
a
real name?
real place.
Are there cookies?
There are cookies there. So this was founded by a mother and son combo because they had a daughter/sister who had developmental disabilities and couldn't find vocational training anywhere convenient to them. So the mom, Connie, started this program in McKees Rocks to offer paid opportunities for people to work and train. And so it started making cookies, making coffee. And then Addison, the son, decided he wanted to make ice cream, and he is a wizard.
The way your eyes lit up as you said it. What type of wizardry?
Wacky, creative, and so delicious. He's combining creamy, sweet, fruity flavors with a little bit of heat. He's doing, instead of the traditional Neapolitan, he's doing tangerine and strawberry and other flavors in there. That's a place where don't get too attached to any flavor, because a lot of it is just up to him, his whim and whimsy.
Whatever Addison's feeling today.
Yeah, he's doing it in small batches in a Paco Jet, which is a type of professional ice cream maker.
Okay.
And it's just it's brilliant. Every time I go in there, I'm like, this is a new flavor that I love.
Do you pick up for a place like that? Would you pick off the menu based on your own taste, or would you just look at him and be like, what should I eat?
A little bit of both. He wasn't there the last time I went in. And so I was just these things look good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for it.
I feel like most of us don't think of a an ice cream shop in that way, the same way we would like a traditional restaurant or like a sit-down experience or whatever. Like so often you walk in and you ask your server, what's good? Like, what do you recommend? Whatever. I don't feel like I see people having that experience in their typical ice cream shop, but it sounds like this could be the exception.
It is. And I also think like most ice cream shops, the person that's making the ice cream, also secret, like a lot of ice cream shops aren't making their own ice cream.
Right. Like so many of them like get like a Penn State ice cream, for example.
Yeah. Penn State and Hershey's seem to be like the big ones.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's like, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But like, it's not a destination in the same way. And even places that are making them, like say Mercurio's, which is on the list, or Millie's, which is on this list, you're not necessarily seeing the people that are creating the flavors behind the counter every day. Mm-hmm. But in this place, like you generally are.
Yeah.
And that's pretty special.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so Mercurio's, what do you love there?
Mercurio's, another gelato place, another place that is hewing to like the Italian traditions and saying that, we're going to keep the ingredients simple. We're going to keep them flavorful and keep them high quality.
Yeah. Is there like a type of flavor or something like that you recommend?
It's not so much the flavors there. The thing I love about Mercurio's is you can buy it by the ounce.
I was going to ask, like, is because it's a restaurant? Like, can you go in and just like buy a pint? How do you get it at Mercurio's?
Yeah, you can go. So they've got the sit down restaurant, but they also have the gelato counter. And instead of getting one scoop of something, it's like I think it's something like 3 ounces, 3.5 ounces would like classify a classic scoop.
It's been a minute since I myself was in Italy. Is that standard?
By the ounce is standard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's nice because you could make your own combos, kind of. Like if you want.
That I remember. And I've ordered a lot of ice cream in my day, but like I also was not at all focused in how I paid for it or how they prepared it. My eyes were solidly locked on the counter and what I was getting.
Yeah. You want like a strawberry hazelnut chocolate. You could do like 3 ounces of strawberry, 2 ounces of hazelnut and 1 ounce of chocolate and mix it, eat them separately, cool. But then also mix them together.
Yeah, I feel like that scratches the itch of like, like the rolled ice cream that was popular for a minute, like where you could kind of do your own combos or like to go chain, like the Cold Stone kind of thing where you can just make what you want. But this is like incredibly high quality ingredients, gelato, whatever, like it gives you choice, but also fancy.
It gives you choice, it gives you fancy, and it gives you, like there are days where you're just like, I just want to have like 2 ounces. I just want to taste.
Yeah.
And you can go and get 2 ounces. No one bats an eye.
Yeah.
You don't spend a lot of money.
I also like that for those of us, raising my hand, that cannot make a choice to save their lives.
Right.
I would like to try as much as possible.
Yeah. No, I think it's like, it's so special, especially because it's also really good.
Yeah. That's cool.
Which is great.
Yeah. Okay. And so I guess Millie's. I
Millie's.
feel like everybody knows Millie's. They have a ton of seasonal flavors. They have lots of standalone shops now. What is it about them that you think should rightfully keep them on the top of a list like this?
So a couple things. The thing I like most about Millie's is that they source all of their milk from a local dairy, Twin Brooks Dairy. And in doing so, they've managed to like help create a new model for like multi-generational Western Pennsylvania farm.
Okay.
That is delivering like super high quality milk to them and cream to them. I think the seasonal flavors are always really interesting. I think there's still a little bit of chefiness in like the thinking about stuff. The person who founded it, Chad Townsend, was a Pittsburgh chef for a very long time before he opened Millie's. I personally love them because I remember getting home delivery when Millie's first started before they even had a storefront.
That's a very classic hipster thing for you to say, Hal.
Yeah, there's a bit of nostalgia for me in that. I don't think that's a hipster thing. I think that's just like
before it was cool, before any of the rest of you knew about it.
Less so that like it's not like my like Millie's card. I'm not like, well, I remember this.
A card.
It's more just like
Millie's OG.
It's more like tracking Pittsburgh businesses and seeing the story of something that started as a home delivery thing that now has franchises in Florida.
Are they that far now?
Yeah, they've got some franchises like far away.
There's a lot of like Pittsburgh ice cream shops that have made like a distance of a trek. Like I saw there was a milkshake factory that opened in my friend's neighborhood down in Atlanta.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting to see that.
Yeah. What do you make of like, I know we touched on it briefly, but like, the Hershey of it all, the Penn State Creamery of it all, like are they, because they're offered so many places, like is there still, or should there still be like hometown pride in that? Or do they rise to a level for you?
I don't know if there needs to be hometown pride.
Yeah. I mean, neither of them are Pittsburgh.
In that,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. But I think we're kind of beyond that in a certain way now, right? I think that it's different for people who have, say, trained at the Penn State Creamery classes and then come back and are like, now I want to make my ice cream and have like gone on that journey or whatever. But I think buying stuff from other places is a valid thing to do in a business sense. And if you want to like, you know, run a business and provide opportunity for people, I think most soft serve, for example, is coming from mixes. Like people aren't making their own soft serve mixes necessarily. And it's great to have these neighborhood spots, but I don't think they're the same as celebrating a place, even a place like Millie's, which people are sometimes like, oh, they're so big now and they're this and that. But like, they're still doing everything from scratch there. And I think that's something that's worth celebrating and special. So if you want to celebrate something that's maybe done on a bigger scale than it used to be, like that's where I'd point people to.
Any wild cards that maybe didn't make your top 5 that you think are worthy of a nod?
There's actually 6, I'm realizing now. So I can talk about the 2 in there.
Okay.
One of them, another local business that we could be proud of that has grown and grown and grown is Leona's, which opened up a scoop shop in Garfield earlier this year.
Yeah.
But you've maybe seen Leona's in grocery stores and small shops with their sandwiches. And for the people there that need to take Lactaid, you don't with Leona's. They treat it with a Lactaid-like enzyme.
If you've not had Leona's before, first of all, please rectify the situation. But it's a cookie, it's ice cream, it's another cookie. The flavors are always like a total wild card. They're very seasonal. They're really fun. To me, like this ice cream sandwich is like the pinnacle of Pittsburgh treats.
Yeah, it's a truly great ice cream sandwich. And at the scoop shop, you can also get dippers. You've got like all sorts of options, like dipped in chocolate or dipped in like flavor.
Okay.
They just have like more and more options there, which is like very cool.
I haven't been yet. It's on my list.
It's really great. And then up in Warrendale is Mitch's, which is barbecue and frozen custard.
Okay, yeah. It took my brain a second. You mean the barbecue place?
Yeah.
Is also an ice cream shop?
Yeah, it's a family-run business, mom, pop, son.
Those two things, I mean, they go together at like the family picnic, but they don't often go together homemade in one restaurant.
They go together great.
I'm just saying I don't see it that often.
Yeah. But I think it's, you know, it's sort of similar to when you look at Neapolitan pizza and gelato, which have a lot of overlap. And I guess you could say like, oh, we'll both have like creamy products on them. But when you think about it, like you're eating these smoked meats, which are quite rich and also like fundamentally very delicious at Mitch's. And you can have something to maybe balance it out. You can either like keep up with the indulgence with one of their more indulgent flavors. You can go with something seasonal. They have a corn custard that is like so good. Or they've got some really nice sorbets that will like cut through some of the richness of the meat.
Yeah, a little bit more acid in those.
Yeah. And it's a nice, you know, it's like a nice bit of creativity. And I think especially with something like smoking meats, you know, you got a lot of free time that like isn't entirely free because you got to be there.
Yeah.
You can't just like put something in your smoker and walk away for 12 hours. Like you have to tend to the fire, you have to tend to the meat, you have to make sure of all these things. So why not do a little side project, make some gelato too?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, do ice cream and barbecue, like two things that famously require a tremendous amount of detail and patience. Why not?
Yeah. It might attract like a similar mindset.
Yeah.
And I think, I might be wrong about this, but I think they started off with the frozen custard first.
I didn't know that.
I think so, yeah. I think that was there first.
I feel like they need to add on to their visage, their sign, because the barbecue part is quite prominent, and I would have never known that there was ice cream at that stop.
Yeah. Well known now.
Well, becoming more so, thanks to you. We will have a link in our show notes to Hal's great work, and I cannot wait for your celebration takedown of Station Square and what we have and maybe what you wish we had. Yes,
a thorough look at what could be there and isn't. And maybe a shout out to Texas de Brazil and a big shout out to Kiku, Pittsburgh's oldest Japanese restaurant, which is as good as it's been in my 16 years in Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. We'll read it in the Post-Gazette here in a couple of weeks. Thanks, Hal. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. Producer Sophia kindly informed me the moment we stopped recording that I said top 5 and also top 10. At one point, Hal said top 6 and top 5. The actual headline of his story is, "Where would you go if you ate ice cream every day for a week?" This is a story about 8 different ice cream shops, not 7, not 5, not 10. So anyway, go check out Hal's work. It's amazing.
I do know how to count days of the week. I just decided to go for 2 ice creams in one day. Which I think is fair and valid.
Hal's coming at you from the beyond. We will be back tomorrow with more from around the city. We'll talk to you soon.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm so enthused by ice cream right now.
Your whole body just sort of
Yeah.
up.